Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am wearing a Springbok shirt today because the Springboks are playing roughly as this video comes out. The game's going to be starting soon. We are covering, of course, not rugby, but chess. Today we're talking about the African Individual Chess Championships that took place in June. It was a really amazing event. A lot of South Africans went across. We had six players in the open section and four in the female section. We're going to be looking at how the event went on. There were some top African players playing there. Even some guys from us that went across and we don't even normally get to see. And then in the other video for today, we'll be covering the South African Open Chess Championships. Of course, they took place in Cape Town this year. Obviously, I didn't go and play them this year. Last year, they were in Johannesburg at the University of Johannesburg, but this year they were in Cape Town. Wasn't going this year. And so we'll look at how everything went that side. So local-ish tournaments today, the African Individual Chess Championships took place in Botswana. And of course, the SA Open took place in South Africa. Going straight into the list, I know it looks really rough, so maybe I can zoom in just a wee bit to make it look bigger. So this is the kind of starting ranks, and you can see the South Africans were doing really well. Of course, IM Banele was the top seed, 2600 Grandmaster, but then we had a Grandmaster from Algeria, we had a couple of international masters, a FIDE master there from Nigeria, but the South Africans is kind of what I'm going to be looking at. Sorry, I am a little bit biased. We had Caleb Levitan, who was the 10th seed, and Raphael Felix, who was the 11th, and Grandmaster Kenny Solomon, who we'll talk about in just a moment. He did something really fantastic during this tournament, or just after this tournament as well. Banele Mhango, Michael Simpson, and then James Denham as well. So 6 players in the open section, and they went all right. So we'll cross over to how they went along first. Oh, sorry, this is the women's section. My apologies. So this is how everything should up. The Grandmaster from Algeria defended his title. He's now back-to-back champion, Bilel Bellahcene. IM Banele finished second, but look at that. In a bronze medal place, a third place after tiebreaks for Banele Mhango. Absolutely fantastic from him. Kenny Solomon finishing 6th. Caleb finishing 7th. Raphael Felix finishing 11th, so exactly where he started. And James Denham, starting as the 26th seed, getting up to 23rd, is not bad at all, having a very decent run there. And so the South Africans really doing us well. Michael Simpson, he had a roughish event, finishing just below James. And then the final South African, I think that was all of it. Was that all of them? That should have been all of them. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So the South Africans having a really good event. It was Bilel Bellahcene. I'm probably not saying that correctly. He defends his title. So he is absolutely crushing African chess at the moment. He is the premier player in Africa. IM Banele obviously finishing second. So really, really strong performances there. But I mean, if you're looking at South Africa, we did really, really well in this event in terms of a nation. Obviously, individually, Banele doing really well. Kenny Solomon, who's like a grandmaster, but I mean, his rating's down to 2200. So, he's not as strong as he used to be. He's a bit older now. He doesn't play as many events. Well, we don't see him very often. I don't know what events he plays. But he didn't play SA Open. He obviously went and played this. But, he's not as strong as he was when he became a Grandmaster. He's now 2200. Caleb having, just continuously having strong events. He's definitely one of our top players. And he's under 16. If you look here, he's in the under 16 bracket. So is Raphael Felix. And then, of course, Michael Simpson is in the under 20 bracket. Obviously, James Denham a little bit older. And, of course, it's good to see some of our players who are going to be playing in the Olympiad later this year doing really, really well. In terms of the women's section, or the open ladies section, Hayley Nell just missing out on a medal. She finishes 4th with 6 points, so half a point off 3rd place. It was won by Shahenda Wafa from Egypt. Egypt taking 1st and 2nd with Shruk Wafa as well. You would imagine they are sisters. Sasha Mungali from Kenya finishing 3rd after starting as the 17th seed. Hayley now was the 18th seed in the women's section. Chloe Bandhorst finishing 18th as one of the other South Africans. Obviously, Chismo Bashoma finishing 5th. So we have got there 2 in the top 5. Then Chloe in 18th. And then finally, there she is, Anazel Labashir, who, of course, will be going to the Olympiad later this year as well. She recently won the SA Closed, I believe in January. I made videos about it. She was the 22nd seed. She finishes 32nd with 4 points out of 9, so on -1 score. I think, what did she lose? Sorry? Anazel Lubashir, 25.4, I think, change in FIDE rating. Obviously, Haley gaining 40, and Chismo gaining 35. Chloe Brandhorst -36. So, some interesting events, because if you're looking at the playing strengths, not as strong as you would imagine. No, how do I mean? There's no international masters. We have a women's grandmaster, a women's grandmaster, a women's FIDE master, a women's candidate master. So still very, very strong players and a very young field if you're looking at the top. Haley's under 20, Chismo Bashoma under 20. Now in 6th seed, I believe that's from Angola, Gemma Paulo under 20. Another player from Egypt under 18. Under 20 from Algeria. Under 20 from... I don't know that flag. And then you can see, so a very young field in terms of the ladies. And the South Africans doing all right. If you consider we had 4th and 5th. And then we had 18th and I think 32nd. So of our 4 players. They did all right in the end. It was a really cool event. Just to look at what FIDE had about it. African Individual Chess Championships 2026. Bilel Bellahcene and Shahenda Wafa clinched titles. And they do give you a whole summary here. So they were crowned. Wafa claimed her 4th continental crown, with her previous victories coming in 2017, 2018, and 2022. The most important African championship in the open and women's sections took place at the Cresta Hotel in Jinguang, Botswana. Both competitions were 9-round Swiss, bringing together over 100 of the continent's best players. Basim Amin, pictured below, he did alright as well. We spoke about it already. He was leading the field after 5 rounds, but, he didn't quite finish the job. In terms of the ladies, we've got here Wafa and her sister, both netting 7.5 out of 9. Shahenda is pictured here on the right as well. And yeah, so it was a very interesting event, but there was more good news for the African continent in terms of what happened. So if we just go, clicked here RSA. RSA is highlighted, but I would like alphabetical list. How did I have it? Hang on. Give me a moment. What is going on? I just want to see the South African players. Statistics? Oh, okay. Well, that's not helpful. Sorry, I had a really nice view where I could see all the statistics. So you can see in the open section 3 Grandmasters, 13 IMs, 14 FMs, and 11 Candidate Masters. Those were all the game statistics. I'm just trying to see. So, overview for team. RSA. Alphabetically list all groups. Yeah, that's not helpful because it just alphabetically listed all the players. That's not what I wanted. Playing schedule. What if I did final ranking cross table after 9 rounds? Yeah, I don't want that either. What happened? I had a really nice view on here earlier. What happened? So, open. RSA. I don't want the starting rank cross table. I just want all the South African players. So if I click Banele, they're just going to show me his tournament. Anyway. Sorry. The other news that I was going to bring up was Kenny Solomon. Kenneth Terrence Solomon. Had a phenomenal tournament. Obviously, he went through his 9 rounds and he did alright with 6 points, finishing 6th, born in 1979. But they also had a Blitz tournament that they played, and he won the Blitz tournament. So he had a phenomenal run. I'm just trying to see. I can't get it. I don't know what is going on. So I don't want the board pairings. Okay. Let's try this again. Playing schedule. Maybe. Okay, that's not helpful. Starting rank. New tournament with calendar. Open. Alphabetical list all groups. That's not going to help me. We clicked statistics already. Okay. Don't know what's going on. It's just broken. Yeah, so this was the African Individual Chess Championships. It was a phenomenal event. Obviously, the winner from Algeria capturing back-to-back titles. The lady who won claiming her 4th title. Really strong showing from the South African players to go and do what they did. and particularly in the open section, the male players looking very, very strong ahead of the Olympiad later this year in Samarkand. So absolutely fantastic from them. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. Sorry, I wasn't able to get you the view that I wanted, but the 6 male players doing really, really well. Anazal Bashir and one of the ladies as well, struggling a little bit. But I mean, finishing 4th and 5th of those two. It was an individual event. That is what is very important. Let me go back to this. It was an individual event that they were playing, but it is nice to just see in general the South African players did do quite well. Kenny Solomon, of course, finishing 6th and winning the Blitz tournament that they had. I think it was after the event as well, where they got together and they played some Blitz, a couple of rounds of Blitz, and he won that. And of course, some of our players, Caleb, just missing out on a medal, and of course we did get a medal in. Banele got a medal, I believe, 3rd place. So really, really strong stuff from there. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. The SA Open video will be out there at the same time as this one. Cheers. So it should be available for you to go and watch right now, unless you've seen it already. Cheers.